Oh, g'day guys, we're all done here at the development block and we're just rescuing some gear. So we're getting all the stuff out of here and taking it down to the block where we're contracting to. So we got the new mother bin here. Obviously when you put a heap of weight in there, the tyres sink down, and yes, this little poor thing here won't pull that out. So it's where the dump truck comes into it again, and yeah, it should pop out easy hopefully. Yeah, so the trucks were virtually working through the night to clear the two mother bins out, and there was a little bit in the chaser bin that was about half full. So yeah, so managed to get that all sorted, and yeah, we've got the headers and one of the chaser bins at our other property. We tried the linseed there, but it's yeah, still a bit wet, just on the ground. It's not drying out. We thought it might have a little bit. We thought we might be able to get a few more tons off while we were waiting for the mother bins to be empty. But yeah, we're all ready to take the rest of the gear over, and we'll start on the block where we're contracting. So we got about a third of that done, yeah, quite a while ago. But then it just kept raining, and yeah, it wasn't drying out. So we tried to find the driest place to harvest. So now I think we should be right to get back and get stuck into it. Hopefully the rain holds off for the next few days and we can yeah, get it all sorted. Righto, so we're going to have a bit of a convoy going on here. Got the headers, two mother bins, chaser bin. Yeah, heading down. Oh guys, we got started, but found quite a big problem here. The inside rim is all cracked out, and yeah, not good. Put just a lot of pressure on them, so looks like it's been like it for a little bit, and we just haven't noticed. Anyway, we've got some singles there ready that we can put on it. We might have to do that to get us out of trouble. Righto, so we got the two singles that have been parked away for such a time as this. It's going to look a bit funny and not go very well in the wet, but yeah, it's better than the situation we got now. Yeah, so didn't really get much into this this paddock, and we had the breakdown on the header number one. Ultimately, I guess if we value ourselves on what we get done, well then we're going to be disappointed. But if we value ourselves on whether or not we're doing our best, then we're not disappointed when stuff like this happens. So it's just how it is sometimes, and yeah. So we got the local tyre shop to come out just with their crane on it and all the tools and that. It's just going to be a lot quicker to pull these on and off. So yeah, we'll see how we go. There, so you can see there, she's gone the whole way around. So that's not good. Did you have too many puddings, Phil?
Yeah.
Too much weight. So after that, Brad in head number 2 called me to say the alternator's not charging. So he gave it a quick blowout, and yeah, it's just no good. So I am running back to the main farm to rebuild the alternator that was on the Challenger tractor. It's the same alternator, so I'm going to quickly just put it together and get it working. And we might have a quick alternator change to do. You can see his dust over there. So he's dropping voltage pretty quick, so I've got to do it quickly, otherwise we're going to have two headers that aren't working. Righto, I've got this alternator all back together. So this was the one off the Challenger tractor that we had to replace the other day. So yeah, we got some bearings and bits and pieces. So I've just quickly rebuilt that. I didn't video any of it because I am in a bit of a rush. But if you are interested in seeing how to rebuild an alternator, I have actually put another video up. It was a different type of alternator, but yeah, I'll put a link for that in the description. And yeah, I'll put a little thing up in the top corner. And yeah, check that out if you're interested. But got to race back down here before the other header runs out of battery voltage. And yeah, swap this over on a nice hot engine. So that'll be fun. Righto, we're on the back of the header here, and you can see that is not good. All the fins are broken off, and if I show you from the top here, that is significantly out of alignment. So yeah, it's a catastrophic alternator failure, I reckon. We'll see if the triple can make it around the bend. There's actually a little culvert there that's all collapsed anyway, but is a impressive operator. Look at that. Beautiful. Righto, well, we're all back into it. So I got that other alternator back on. It's yeah, it is working. I was a bit worried there, the voltage was a bit low, but yeah, just because the batteries were so flat, it yeah, I was putting in 150 amps into the batteries, so it yeah, was about at full capacity. So yeah, by the time nightfall comes, it should have charged the batteries a fair bit. So yeah, I think the voltage will increase by then, which is what we want. So yeah, for the moment where they're going, I'm just currently taking the compressor to header number 1 and gonna blow down the gearbox. It's been getting a bit warm, I think. And yeah, we've only put one of the single tyres on. So one half is running duals and the other half's got the single, because we've got a new rim coming, I think in 2 days maybe. So yeah, we're just going to run it like this for the moment. It looks a bit odd, but that's just what we've got to do. Well, this is the alternator off header 2, and yeah, it took as you can see, it took a very long time to diagnose what's gone on here. So yeah, that is what's left of the slip rings, and that's meant to be attached to that, and that's where the rear bearing rolls on, and that is the rear bearing in there. And I actually can't see any rollers that are still in there. So it's not a ball bearing that sits in these ones, it's a roller bearing. So yeah, it has made a mess, and you can see here it's pulled out, and yeah, made a mess of that. Front bearing shot as well, and also the fan, because it was on an angle on there and it was cocked sideways, it's yeah, snapped off all the fans. So not gonna rebuild this one. This one's going in the bin. Well, everything's still trucking along here. I'm doing a bit of a stint on the chaser bin. I think we've finally got a few things sorted out and tidied up. Yeah, we're still running that one single wheel on header number 1, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 days away, and we should have the new rim so we can put the jewels back on. Yeah, and looks like there's a little bit of a storm possibly coming. We might have half an hour, I think. But yeah, and you never know, it might just peter out before it gets to us, but yeah, you can see a bit of lightning out there. Righto, so I'm heading to header number 1. It's the one with the one single and the jewels on the other side. So yeah, obviously where the single wheel is, it's sinking down a lot and spinning. So yeah, I think he's sunk down again. So I might just have to give him a quick pull out. It's not much fun having the wrong shoes on one side, eh? Really see the difference though. don't think he would have got stuck there if he had all of his jewels. But anyway, we've been able to get a bit off. I think the rain's only minutes away, so we're going to have to cover everything up, and yeah, that'll be it for the day, I think. Well, it's another beautiful morning here, and yeah, we did get a little bit wet last night. So where the headers are, got about 30 mil of rain, and that was just in, yeah, a few different storms went through. But the main farm and a couple of the other properties only got 5 or so mil. So yeah, we can still do a bit of work there. I'm currently at the lease block. I think there was 4 mil here, and we've got the sprayer, and this is where the barley was. So yeah, while we're not flat out on the headers, busy with harvest, and we've got a bit of time, we've got to try and get on top of some of the spraying. And yeah, just thankfully all the rain wasn't really widespread, so yeah, we can still get on this and yeah, start getting control of some of these weeds. Well guys, all the spraying's done for the moment. We are currently here where the headers are, as you might be able to see from the equipment that's everywhere. Now, this is actually, I think, 2 days after we had that rain, and it is wet still. I'll just show you some of it is drying out, but I'll show you some of the issues that the other boys have been dealing with while we've been trying to work on the gear and get stuff ready. So this is the main driveway where everything's been parked, and yeah, there's still water in all the wheel ruts. You can see where we've been trying to manoeuvre trailers and get things all organised. So yeah, when the local tyre shop comes, they can just park their truck here and put the new jewels back on, or the rim back on. So that is what has been going on. So I think, yeah, I think there's just a few little jobs going on here. We think we've found the issue with the other header front that goes on this header here. That's header number 1. You might remember, was it 1 or 2 videos ago, but it was making some metal in the diverter valve that controls the draper belts. So that's the little motors that run the belts, big belts in the front, which gather the crop in. And yeah, I think it appears that a bearing has collapsed somewhere. Looks like the center motor. So that's for the little draper belt in the center of the front. The motor that drives it is crook, I think, pretty catastrophically. So just tracing up one of them. Hopefully that can get repaired very soon, and yeah, then we should be going tomorrow, I think, by the time it all dries out.
Hi folks, Peter here. The other day when we came down to do our first contracting job, we got into the paddock for half an hour, and then the inside jewel on the left hand side started wobbling around. Brought it into the local steel whisperer to see if he can fix it. He's suggesting that it might cost more than a new rim, and I think I can see why. The split goes all the way through to here, and it's in a bad way. But we did get a new rim for 3,700 Australian dollars, and that was here overnight. So that was very good service from the local dealer. Well folks, we're back here at the mate to the rim that you just saw. This one was on the outside. We're just going to have a look at the width of the tyres here. So we've got, these are 600 mil, the width of the tread. Now we did put, when it broke, we took the both jewels off on the left hand side and put a big single on that we had spare, and they're 900 mil. So that's what we've got on the harvester at the moment. Now here we have it on the header, or on the harvester, or the combine, and this was a better tyre than the other one. The other one had a bit of a cut in it, so we put that on even though the tread was probably the normal way. But it was interesting that we found, as soon as we put that single on, it got bogged 3 times on the left hand side. Now this is the width. These are 2 600 mil tyres, but with the gap in the middle there's an extra 150 mil, and you can see they're blocked up with straw and dirt and mud, so that your effective footprint is nearly 1.4 metres. Not ideal, but it stops you going down. That other tyre, the single, when it did go down, it went down to the axle and it was a bit harder to pull out. But when the duals are like this, we've never had them go down past the height of the rubber on the bottom, so they're very easy to pull out. So it's just interesting. We found that interesting, that the single tyre would be much more prone to getting bogged and going down deeper in the mud.
So guys, thanks for watching the video. It looks like after we finish this contract job here, it might take 3-4 days of good harvesting, and we'll probably have a bit of other work to do for other neighbours around, just to help them finish off their harvest. So there's always stuff to be done, but yeah, see what happens. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And there's also a little bell notification. Hit that and turn your notifications on if you want to be notified of any time we upload a new video. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.